Thought it was another great college basketball game. Grinder. I think Coach Wright has done an unbelievable job with the team that he has and those returning guys. We struggled to guard the ball all night long. I thought that we were better in a lot of ways than we were on Tuesday, but we have the same result. We came up short. We didn't finish the game. That's my fault, and we'll continue to work to try to be as efficient as possible.
What's it going to take to get over the hump in some of these close games for you, do you think?
Well, I think they're all going to be that way. I think our margin is 0, maybe slightly below 0, and every single possession is so critical. That's not me dodging any question. That's just what I believe. I think that's what it is. That's what we practice every day, and I think our guys are doing a great job of learning to be efficient on both ends of the floor, but we have fallen short the last 2 games.
Coach, there's always going to be talk about the missed free throws, but there's patches in the game that you look at that I know the way you operate in your mind that you look at and say, what could we have done different? What could you have done different today?
Well, you're right. And you may be the only one sitting in here that is logical enough to put that together. That's a little bit of edge that I have, but I appreciate you saying it. The last 13 minutes of the first half, we scored 9 points. And I thought not so much that we were in a drought scoring, but we couldn't stop their penetration, and they were scoring right at the basket. And then at the last media timeout, we did not score a basket, but they only scored 1 basket, and it was the and one that Scotty Reynolds hit. We did a great job in the second half of getting to the paint, and we got to the bonus at about the 10-minute mark, give or take a few. And that always plays the right way for us because we're able to stop the clock and get free points. In the first half, they had 21 paint touches, we had 14. That's not near enough for us. But in the second half, we did a much better job. Right away, I thought that we really got after the paint touches at the rate that we needed to have them. We can't go patches, as you say, without distinct paint touches because we have to force help. And I thought we were much better at that in the second half.
Well, there seemed to be times when it took a long time of the shot clock to get into your offense. Is that a credit to Villanova or some of that on your fellas or both?
I mean this in the right way. They're 17th in the country in field goal attempts per game. They're averaging 85 points a game. The more possessions there are in a game, Villanova versus Marquette, the ledger goes towards Villanova. And so we were trying to shorten it. We want to play ball control football at times because we can't just trade baskets. They had taken 726 field goal attempts entering today's game, and 526 of them were in the first 12 seconds. So if we play in those 12-second intervals on both ends of the floor, they would smack us. They're too good to try to go against them in their style. And so we wanted at times to play ball control football, not so much for us to not attack, but to attack as we've let clock go down.
What did you see on Jimmy's shot that he missed and then they rebounded and you fouled him on at the end?
Yeah, he missed it. We ran a great play. Mo did a great job. They were switching all that stuff, so we set a double ball screen with Czar and with Jimmy. They switched it. Jimmy slipped it, which is perfect. Jimmy was wide open, maybe 19 inches from the goal, and he missed it. Mo made a perfect pass.
David Dwight played with quite a bit of confidence, especially with the shots today. He shot it without hesitation.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think both of them did. Dwight's kind of figuring out what's a good shot and what's a bad shot, when is a good shot and when is a bad shot. And similar to what Tom was saying, that's a hard combination, 12, 15 games into your Division I career. This is a good shot and this is a bad shot, philosophically. Now, okay, now let me explain this to you. This is a good shot and this is a bad shot relative to time and score and relative to our roster and how we have to play in order to give ourselves a chance to win. So he's figuring that out, and I think that's why he is playing with more confidence.
Did that last play, with 2.6 left, the inbounds, did that develop the way you wanted it to? And is it incumbent on the guy with the ball in his hands at that point to know how much time is left on the clock?
Yeah, we would. It was 2.6. They put 25 in the game. He's their tallest player, and so that's why we had Czar take it out. It's a different version of what you've been seeing. They switched everything. We were able to throw it right to Bikes. We would have thrown it to DJO if he would have been in the game, and they did a great job. Bikes didn't even get it off.
Well, as you said, and it's obvious, you have played two of the better teams in the country to the point where the win was yours to take. I asked this of Jay. I'd be interested in your answer. At what point does it play on the psyche? So a lot of frustration at the end, understandably. So his thing was, fans get frustrated, but the kids get over it, and they'll come back and think they can beat anybody. How do you play that? How do you keep them positive, believing that when it comes down to that point, you can get over that hump?
Yeah, I think Coach Wright has a lot more wisdom to answer the question. He's a Final Four coach, and I have great respect for him. I mean this without being condescending. We do the same thing every day, and when we get beat, you have to be a man in how you handle it. And when you win, you have to be a man in how you handle it. And we got beat at West Virginia by 1. We got beat at home today by the 8th-ranked team in Villanova. They've lost 3 times since the last time we played them. I think they're one of the best teams in the country. We got beat by Florida State in the championship by 1. You can keep going on and on and on. But as Coach Parcells said, you are what your record says you are. And we're 9-5 and we're 0-2. And we can get better or we can get bitter. And maybe it's my personality trait, but I attack every possession and every day like it's the same. And I think that God continues to give you the same test, and until you pass it, you keep getting the same test. When Todd went to school, his teacher, when he would fail a test, he would just go to the next test. He'd take test number 2. I think God gives you the same test, and until you pass it, you keep getting the same test. And so we'll work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, and then we'll get the same test on Wednesday night. And if we don't pass the test, we'll get beat. And we'll be 0-3, 9-6, can't make free throws, too many empty possessions, da-da-da-da-da-da. I think our guys are doing a great job of putting our team in a position to win. But we haven't won. So bottom line, we've lost. But I don't play too much onto the psyche other than I tell the truth all the time, no matter my emotional level. That includes you and that includes our players. And you have to work, and you can only gain confidence from your work.
You guys had to play about 11 minutes in the second half after DJO got his 4th foul. Can you talk about the challenge that presented to you guys? I mean, you're small enough, and then you got to go even smaller.
And that's the first time, Todd, I think since who's the team we played after finals?
North Florida.
I think that's the first time that Kubi's played the 2 since North Florida, and or practiced the 2. Because I think that DJO and Bike, since that time, they've kind of got in a rhythm and improved. And because we have no margin, playing without somebody that you can throw it to when everything's bad and go, hey, go make a play, that relieves some pressure. But I thought Mo and Kubi did a great job. And I thought Mo and Kubi put us in a position to win. DJO can't play and guard the ball and foul every time his man gets past him. He can't. We can't afford that.